solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Good afternoon. You may proceed. Sir, would you state your name for the record?
Detective Craig Griffin with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Gang Investigative Unit.
And I believe the last time we spoke about a vehicle stop which you were a part of.
Yes, ma'am.
And who was the driver of that vehicle?
Mr. Sean Gathright.
If I could at this time have you identify Mr. Gathright in the courtroom, please.
Yes, ma'am. Standing over there with the, or sitting with the tan sweater at the first table.
If the record would reflect the identification.
The record shall so reflect.
Sir, how long have you been with the gang unit in Jacksonville?
A little over 5 years now.
In that time, have you been assigned to any particular gang itself?
Yes, ma'am.
And what gang is that?
Beginning, I started with CTC and then transitioned over to 1200 out east.
What do you mean transitioned?
So prior to me taking over, there was another detective assigned to him. He got promoted to the rank of supervisor. Once he left, I then took over the group known as 1200.
And did the group you had before and 1200, when you transitioned to that position, did it share members or have members that were a part of the first group that you had documented or were working?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did you become familiar with any information that the prior detective had when you transitioned, your predecessor?
I worked alongside him on several cases, and we worked together on majority of the stuff in reference to 1200.
Do you all at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office maintain records with any documentation that you preserve for each of the gangs that you're assigned to?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are those records referred to as?
They're known as FIR or Field Investigative Reports.
Do you update those reports or keep logs or notes in some way when documenting specific gang members in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, is that log something that is shared with the other officers of the gang unit or even the other officers in the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Just through the reports, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And are you the point of contact for 1200 if there are questions about 1200 for any other officer in your agency?
Yes, ma'am.
How about outside of your agency?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the individual point of contact for any reference to or question about 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we've heard a few times throughout the trial 1200 and out east referred together. Can you explain just what that is, what the discrepancy is there?
Yes, ma'am. The original gang is referred to as out east, and then you have subsets within out east, and so they would be 1200 from the 1200 block of East First Street and APR.
Is that actually physically on the east side of Jacksonville?
Yes, it is.
And out east or 1200 in your investigations, have you learned many of its members are from out east?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have some kind of particularized training or experience in documenting or monitoring gangs?
Yes, ma'am.
And in your time with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, have you been assigned to different areas, even when you were with patrol?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had an opportunity to patrol the area out east?
No, ma'am. Prior to out east, I was assigned to the north side of Jacksonville, specifically 45th and Moncrief.
At 45th and Moncrief, did you become familiar with 6th Block?
Yes, ma'am.
How about the members of that group prior to it actually becoming 6th Block?
Yes, ma'am. Certain individuals.
And in working that area, were you familiar with some type of rivalry between 1200 and ATK and 6th Block?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to respond to scenes related to incidents regarding both sides of the war?
Yes, ma'am.
After you were assigned to the gang unit, had it been already documented that 1200 was a gang?
Yes, ma'am.
And would a predecessor of yours have done that documentation?
That's correct.
What is required to document that a gang is a gang by law?
It would be under Florida State Statute 874, a group of 3 or more in which do criminal or delinquent acts.
And at the time that you actually subsumed or took over 1200, had that already been established?
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time of the homicide of Charles Jones, was 1200 a documented gang still in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had any particularized training or gone to conferences, maybe with the Gang Association or HIDA?
Yes, ma'am, both.
And what kind of training do they provide?
Up-to-date gang training, specifically gang courses. We also learn about other gang investigations throughout the state of Florida. They have speakers come in from out of state that talk about their investigations into gangs. And other than you got the HIDA courses to include cell phone courses, cell site courses, social media investigation, search warrants, seizure warrants, all of the above.
And are illegal activities of the 3 or more members engaged in, at least in part, illegal activities, something that you can describe for us that you have seen in your time with investigating 1200?
Yes, ma'am. Specifically would be violent crimes to include murder, aggravated assault. Also, there's been several narcotics sales, narcotics investigations to include the sale of marijuana, sale of cocaine, trafficking, and illegal narcotics.
Is it that all of the members of 1200 would be present when each of those offenses would occur, or is that members individually that can commit those offenses?
Both.
How do you attribute those criminal offenses to profiting or promoting the gang itself?
Both in which they profit from the drug sales and then use it to, I believe, make videos to either diss the other side, or it's in retaliation to making YouTube videos or online comments to speak upon the other side because of what they said or another death that had happened prior to them hurting or killing somebody else.
When those deaths actually occur, do you see subsequent to the death social media videos that are posted referencing it?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And is that what you mean by monetizing or profiting from those videos?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you also mention weapons offenses?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you made several arrests of members associating with each other regarding weapons offenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Were the weapons themselves possessed?
Correct.
And in those same instances, were those weapons utilized?
Yes, ma'am.
In this particular case, did you have an opportunity to review a chart of the associated persons for this investigation for the Tampa homicide of Charles Jones with 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, Your Honor, the state would seek to admit State's Exhibit 84A.
Judge, subject to prior objection.
Okay? Same? Sure. Any further objection? Okay, same, Mr. Petrides? All right, same, Mr. Wise? Okay, same ruling, be admitted.
Publishing 84A, sir, can you look over your, oh, actually, I've got it here for you. Is this fair and accurately representing the individuals in some way related to this particular investigation, at least as far as your involvement was concerned?
Yes, ma'am.
And does it include individuals who are documented, 1,200 members, or associates?
Yes, ma'am.
How is it that you go about documenting or undocumenting a specific member?
So in order to document, they have to meet 2 of the criteria listed in Florida State Statute 874, and then we fill out an FIR. In reference to undocumenting members, there's a 5-year statute in which you have to, they're up for renewal or review at that time.
Is that a federal statute that Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has developed operating procedures to comply with?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Is your practice to, every 5 years, determine whether to undocument or recertify?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
And the records that you actually keep or maintain specific to each group, so for you individually, 1,200, is that a practice or standard operating procedure that the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has implemented?
Yes, ma'am.
Statutorily, though, is there a specific carve-out for 1,200?
No.
So the Florida statute that you have to review as far as gang documentation or qualification doesn't say anything specific about 1,200
No, ma'am.
or any other gang to your knowledge.
No, ma'am.
In meeting the criteria for a criminal gang, as you've discussed, you said 3 or more individuals?
Yes, ma'am.
And is the delinquent activity that you mentioned or the commission of criminal acts also a requirement?
That is correct, yes.
And what are some of the things that you look for that are common amongst individuals in making or documenting an actual gang itself?
We look at hand signs, specifically Instagram, social media, websites, YouTube videos, who they hang out with, style of dress, tattoos. There's a whole list, I want to say, of 11 items.
And of those 11 criteria, do you look to those criteria in order to actually document your reports or your FIR report record?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you had an opportunity in this particular case to do so?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the FIR report, did you actually do so with an individual by the name of Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
In creating that documentation, do you still utilize the statute with the 11 criteria?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
And how many criteria are you actually required to prove up before the person can be a documented gang member?
The state statute only requires 2.
How many criteria did you actually prove up as it related to Rashad Murphy?
I believe he had 4.
And when you created these documentations, did you leave or annotate somewhere specifically what you utilized to say he met each criteria?
Yes, ma'am.
And would that have been from the date of June 23rd of 2024, at least within the last 5 years?
Yes, ma'am.
What, as a part of the documentation that you had for Mr. Rashad Murphy, did you actually include in your FIR report, or did you specifically document?
In reference to that report, I took 3 YouTube videos, Active, We the Ops, and Flower Bed were 3 posted YouTube videos in which I observed Rashad Murphy in.
And did you also have an opportunity to slow down or create still images from those photos themselves?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also have an opportunity to review an FIR or records for an individual by the name of Davion Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you actually compare the criteria to your interactions with Mr. Murphy in January of 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
During the course of an interview at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, did you observe some of the criteria occurring with Davion Murphy?
Yes, ma'am. I believe there was 2 of them that he met during the interview.
Just on that day alone?
Just on that day, yes,
What
ma'am.
were those criteria?
He did the hand sign for 1200, and then also he has tattoos associated to 1200.
Did you indicate that you did in fact have an opportunity to review the videos that you utilized to document Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
In addition to those videos, did you have other information, whether it was you personally or through a fellow officer, about contacts with gang members?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did that include?
That included contacts to include Rashad Murphy with Noah Williams.
And who is Noah Williams?
He's a documented member of 1200.
Does he have a stage name?
He does. He goes by Spinabins.
And does Spinabins make music with someone related to him?
Yes, ma'am.
And who is that?
Reginald Williams, which would be his brother, a.k.a. Wappa with the Chopper Aducci.
Is Wappa with the Choppa a stage name for Mr. Reginald Williams?
Yes, it is.
And does Mr. Reginald Williams have a nickname on the street that's different than Wappa with the Choppa?
He goes by Ducci.
Now, in documenting 1200, was there a gang that's either that came before 1200 or that 1200 members were formerly known by?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the name of that?
187.
And do you have any reference from your investigation as to what 187 refers to?
In reference to my investigation, I believe the 187 refers to the California Penal Code to homicide or murder.
In the entirety of the time that you have had 1200, have you seen 187 utilized with documented 1200 members?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that typically related to one age group?
It would be the age group that Noah, Reginald, and Rashad are all associated with.
At this stage of the game, basically, is that the older guys in the group?
They would be classified as an older group now, yes.
And how is Cuckoo Gang related to 1200?
Cuckoo Gang is something that came shortly after 1200. Once a lot of members started going to jail and unfortunately losing their life to gang violence, they created a new group for the younger ones up underneath them.
So we heard about Six Block and Bully Gang and those kinds of subsets. Is this the same type of thing? 1200 will have subsets as well?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
Did you indicate that there were 2 separate vehicle stops for which Rashad Murphy had been documented in the presence of other known gang members that were included in your FIR?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also have an opportunity to review or receive physical evidence as it related to the gang records for Defendant Davion Murphy?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to show you this chart here. Can you tell me what the relationship as far as your work with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and 1200 was between ATK and 1200?
They would be considered friendly with each other.
In looking at the top left of your screen for Ducci and Spinabens, do you see the images there?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had an opportunity to see those individuals depicted in music videos with individuals from ATK in the bottom right?
Yes, ma'am.
And have the interactions that you have had either in person or seen on the internet been that they are aligned?
Yes, that is correct.
Did you also have an opportunity to see in the top left an individual by the name of J. or J. Breezy?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that individual a documented gang member?
He is, but I don't know for which gang. He's not currently documented as 1200. He might be documented as a Bloods member currently.
Did there come a time when J. Breezy had some kind of a falling out with his gang?
Yes, ma'am.
On social media. And as it stands on today's date, do we know what his status is and with which gang?
No, ma'am.
Do we know whether J. Breezy actually meets the statutory criteria for being a gang member, though?
Yes, ma'am. I believe he has tattoos, and in several videos he's seen throwing up hand signs.
And then also in the depiction on the left of 84A, do you recognize two other individuals by the name of Prosper Johnson and Deonta Holsey?
Yes, ma'am.
And are those individuals who have lost their life in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
And did Prosper Johnson have a nickname that he went by?
He went by just Prosper.
And did Deonta Holsey have a nickname?
He did. He went by either Tay or Junior.
Now, Joe Rod Spaz Adams, are you familiar with his death?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you familiar with who was convicted in his case?
I believe it was Robert Howard.
How about, and is that a 6-block member?
Yes, ma'am.
How about in the bottom right, Hakeem Robinson? Do you see that individual?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that someone who had recently pled guilty in the death of a 6-block member?
Yes, ma'am. He pled guilty to the murder of Bibby, which is Adrian Gaynor.
I'd like to take you back to the music videos. The first video I think that you mentioned was Active. Is that a video that you were able to see on the public YouTube channel?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an opportunity to review that music video in its entirety?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you able to document one or more 1,200 members in that music video?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to do the same for the song that you mentioned, Flower Bed?
Yes, ma'am.
And lastly, did you have an opportunity to do the same for We the Ops?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
In reviewing those videos, did you testify that you frequently screenshot them or take still images from them?
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
And in those videos, did you have an opportunity to see hand signs or gang signs?
Yes, ma'am.
How about other items that met the statutory criteria?
Yes, ma'am. Would have been, I believe, style of dress.
Meaning the clothing?
Correct.
And how about associations amongst each other?
Yes, ma'am. There were other documented members in the YouTube videos.
At this time, Your Honor, the state seeks to admit States Exhibit 137A through C and 114A through B as a composite with their stills.
137 AC and 114.
A, B, and C.
Okay.
A and B are 1 through 9, and C is 1 through 13.
Okay, very good. Mr. Gonzalez, any objection?
Subject to prior objection, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Sonardi?
Subject to prior objection.
Okay, Mr. Wise?
Same, Your Honor.
And Mr. Petratus? Okay, they'll be admitted.
Sir, speaking specifically about your documentation of Defendant Rashad Murphy, did you have an opportunity to document several images in the music video Active of Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it that we're looking at here, please?
We're looking at the opening scene of the video.
Were these individuals depicted on the opening scene of the video present for the rap song itself?
Yes, ma'am.
And are the videos that we are about to see considered drill rap as it relates to your investigations?
Yes, ma'am.
What is drill rap?
Drill rap is a type of music in which individuals rap about either going on to hurt somebody or somebody that has been killed. It's a very violent type of music in which it's put out. I believe it originally came from Chicago, came down to Florida and caught fire, and it took off from there.
And is it prolific in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
As awful as it is, does it provide significant amounts of information to your agency?
It does, yes, ma'am.
Can you identify any of the individuals specifically in this particular photograph?
Yes, ma'am. The gentleman in the back holding the shirt with the red X is Deshaun Williams. I believe that's Noah Williams on taking a knee, and the gentleman in the back his name's Creep. I'm unsure. I want to say Dominic Williams. That's his name.
Is this, or are these three images in 114 still images from that music video of Active?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there specific images, at least on the top of this particular screen, which you documented?
Yes, ma'am.
And was there an individual depicted in those stills as a reason that you documented those in Rashad Murphy's report?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you could just describe the individual that you documented.
It's the gentleman in the middle with the braids by it'd be the left hand.
If you would just
Photo.
stand, it might be easier because there's three
Yeah, why don't
pictures
you
on
just
this
stand
one.
and point?
Oh, where we at here? Okay. It's been this gentleman, Rashad.
And you utilized these stills in order to document Mr. Rashad Murphy's presence in this Active video.
Yes, ma'am.
Looking at the still image to the top right, do you see the hands above Mr. Murphy's head?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And what is being depicted there?
So it's actually a diss sign to the north side or 6th block. It's a handgun pointed towards the 6 hand symbol.
And at the bottom of your screen there with Mr. Creep,
That would be the same.
is it common or uncommon to see these hand signs utilized by 1,200 members?
It's not uncommon.
And were these depictions, some of the depictions utilized in this circumstance from April 3rd of 2020 when Active was posted
That's
as a
correct.
documented time of contact with known gang associates?
Yes, ma'am.
In 114, did you also have an opportunity to document hand signs utilized by the individual you documented for Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
And could you describe for us what those hand signs were?
The middle hand sign is another diss to the 6. As you can see, he's making the 6 hand sign, and then the thumbs down to follow up the 6 hand sign.
And now, if the order of hand signs in the music video are K, 6, and the thumbs down, does that mean anything to you?
Correct. That'd be 6 killer or kill 6, and then man down with the thumbs down.
Have you seen a thumbs down in your investigation of 1,200?
Yes, ma'am.
And has there been any relationship or link to bully down or down signs for the bully gang?
Correct.
Set of 6 block.
It's the same reference. With the thumbs down is death diss to somebody that has died.
Is that the same as what we've heard about as putting the upside down 6 or the other hand signs down, even 1,200 sign down?
Correct. It's still a diss.
Now, you also mentioned clothing. If we can look again at these stills from 114A, were the individuals depicted in the music video wearing clothing that you documented?
Yes, ma'am.
What is 187 Boys? Is that something you had seen?
Yes, ma'am. So that was the group prior to 1200. They were known as 187. And so 187 Boys, the group as a whole.
And is Free Shoot 'em on the bottom there, is that related to the name or is that something else?
They might be doing a shout out to somebody that's locked up. I'm unsure who Shoot 'em is.
But that's not related to the overall name that the group went by.
No, ma'am.
How about the shirt to the left of the screen here as well?
So in the shirt, it's actually another diss sign to the North Side gang known as 6 Block. They have rest and piss and then an X out of the shirt of Foolio, depiction of Foolio, or aka Charles Jones.
And did you have an opportunity in 137 to actually view the entirety of the Active music video?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. You can take that.
Take it down, not happen. Look at how they call Lil' Baby, I'm laughing. Look how they call Trey D, they smoke. Them bust like Tico, shit wide open. Broken side, no joking. Throw your bitch, nigga, everybody know it. Shit, he know it. Shit, she know it. His mama know too, shit, part of the war. E1 score. He ain't these gangsters like this.
Sir, were there specific references in your analysis of the active music video to the victim in this particular case, Fools, Charles, or Six?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you document from this specific video itself contacts that Rashad Murphy would have had with other gang members?
Correct.
Can you identify the other certified gang members from that video alone? Were there any in addition to Reginald and Noah Williams and Creep?
It would also have been Deshaun Williams, a.k.a. Greenlight.
And that would have been an incident of a contact or association with known gang members?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, are Noah Williams and Reginald Williams, Waka Waka Choppa, and Spinna Benz?
Correct.
And are they probably the most viewed artists from 1200 in Jacksonville on YouTube, if you're looking at views?
Them and Greenlight I would add in that list also.
But pretty popular.
Yes, ma'am.
And as it relates to these videos themselves, is there something that you get out of the fact that the defendant Rashad Murphy is not depicted rapping in the videos? Does it change your analysis of whether he's present or associating with other gang members?
No, ma'am.
Is it required in your documentation for any member to be actively a part of the music video by way of rapping?
No, ma'am.
Is the association from the music video in itself sufficient?
Yes, ma'am.
How about the utilization of hand signs or gang signs?
Same.
On June 27th of 2020, did you have an opportunity to also see an additional video called Flower Bed and document that video?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that video documented in relation to Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a nickname that Rashad Murphy is known by?
Yes, ma'am. Ghost 187.
And is there a phrase or a term that has been utilized without the numbers of just Ghost?
Just Ghost.
In this particular image that we're seeing on the screen, 114B, do you recognize these opening credits?
Yes, ma'am.
And do these accurately reflect the opening credits for the song Flower Bed?
That's correct.
Despite the screen saying Flower Beds, is it posted to the internet singular?
Correct.
Okay. And are we seeing the name of the individuals who are actually, again, rapping?
Yes, ma'am.
During the course of this video, is there any kind of audio directly linked to Rashad Murphy?
No.
Is there a reference or portions of this video which were documented in reference to the gang documentation for Rashad Murphy on this particular date?
Yes, ma'am.
And was this on a date separate and apart from the original date
Correct.
of active?
It's different from the date of active.
Did you have an opportunity to take stills from the images in Flower Bed?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there an individual in particular, and if you need to stand, please do so, that you documented from Flower Bed and included in the gang documentation for Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
Please identify that individual by utilizing the screen.
So you have Caleb Howard, you have Noah Williams, you got Malik Bills, and then also Rashad Murphy.
Has Malik Beals been killed?
Yes, ma'am. He went by the name Leaky. He has since lost his life due to gang violence.
So is any reference to a long-lived Leaky, have you seen that before?
Everywhere.
And does that have any relevance or significance in your investigations?
Yes, ma'am, because oftentimes the opposing side 6 block would make diss records towards Leaky.
Or say the name Leaky in their songs?
Correct.
We say records, so I want to make sure. Of the YouTube videos.
Yes, ma'am.
And the individuals that you've identified, are they certified gang members or documented? I know it's not certified. Documented gang members in Jacksonville?
Documented gang members or associates.
And have you utilized this video for Rashad Murphy's gang documentation and his association with other known gang members?
Yes, ma'am.
Are there different, I don't want to say vantage points, but I guess different places that this video was shot?
Yes, ma'am.
Are these 3 depictions on the screen additional images that you documented from the Flower Bed video as it relates to the documentation for Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
And lastly, this location for this music video was Rashad Murphy's documentation reflected from something in these?
Yes, ma'am.
Who are the other members, if any, depicted that you have not already identified?
You have Reginald Williams, still Rashad Murphy, and then Deshaun Williams in the background.
And did you have an opportunity to review this video in its entirety?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you show us what we're looking at here in 144B?
So we're looking at the apartment in which Rashad Murphy was held up in. We have it surrounded by SWAT, and at this point in time, they would be giving verbal commands, loud announcements for Rashad to come out of the house with his hands up.
Were the announcements made on some kind of device or just by shouting?
No, ma'am, they were made over a megaphone.
And over a term of minutes or hours?
We were out there for hours that day.
At some point after the bright lights are used, or is there a machine utilized to break a window?
Yes, ma'am, our SWAT team utilized some kind of construction machinery to come around and destroy a window to put a incendiary device inside to make Rashad come out.
In addition to flashbangs, was smoke also used to try to get Mr. Rashad Murphy out of the apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recognize Exhibit 119?
Yes, ma'am, it's an infrared view of the apartment.
And at this point in the evening, had a device rolled in or some kind of truck rolled in to utilize an arm to break this side's window?
Correct. That would have been the construction equipment, which our SWAT team uses.
Publishing 119. Is the vehicle at the bottom center of the screen also a SWAT vehicle?
Yes, ma'am. It's an armored vehicle in which they were ready to make contact should Rashad Murphy had came out of the apartment.
Other surveillance items that were utilized, did they include drones?
That is correct.
So I'm just going to speed this up just slightly. At the 109 mark, restarting. Is that machine used to break out the window on this side of the structure?
Yes, ma'am. So it breaks the window, and then at the end of the boom, there's an incendiary device in which they will ignite, and it'll fill the apartment full of a clear out and a bunch. You'd have to ask SWAT what they use, but it's pretty potent.
Based on your observations, does SWAT use masks of some type before they actually enter apartments that this has been utilized in, the smoke?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is ultimately close to the conclusion of this incident, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Shortly after this was ignited inside the apartment, Mr. Murphy, there was contact made.
And you had, I think we heard prior testimony, but the law enforcement agencies had at least been there trying to extract him since approximately 5 p.m.?
If not before, we were there when the sun was out, and we didn't leave until nighttime.
And did the still in 144A fairly and accurately represent the style of dress that the members that were attempting to extract Mr. Murphy were in?
Yes, ma'am. That's our SWAT team.
In addition to the mechanism that you mentioned that rode up to the window to break it and utilize the smoke, were there also other techniques used?
Yes, ma'am.
All of those prior to the smoke, though, were unsuccessful?
Correct. They tried using announcement. They used just smoke to send inside the house. I believe they used clear out, which is another form of gas that's hard to inhale. None of those worked, and then finally they decided on this option.
The image that we saw in the slide prior to this, though, was some kind of infrared, correct?
Correct.
Lastly, does ultimately Mr. Murphy surrender to law enforcement?
He does. He comes out with a dog and a Bible in his hand.
And does this fairly in 144C fairly and accurately represent when Mr. Rashad Murphy actually came out of the apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
And was he taken into custody?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he cooperative in that process?
At that point, he was.
And was he transported to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office for an interview?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you present for the interview of Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
And did that occur on July 30th?
That's correct.
I'm showing you what's previously been admitted into evidence as State's Exhibit 116. Do you recognize yourself in these images?
Yes, ma'am.
And do they fairly and accurately represent Mr. Rashad Murphy on the date that he was interviewed by you and Detective Drabeck?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to observe Rashad Murphy's person at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you all provide this covering, or is that how Mr. Murphy arrived?
No, ma'am, we provided it. He said he was cold, so we provide blankets.
Did you have an opportunity to compare the image that's depicted in State's Exhibit 116 to the music video from We the Ops in documenting Mr. Murphy's tattoo?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a face covering that was utilized by the individual in We the Ops with these clothing?
During that time, yes, ma'am.
And did you utilize this to confirm that individual's identity?
I believe it to be one and the same.
Did you also have an opportunity to see social media posts in this case, State's Exhibit 110, that were extracted after the homicide of Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
The account of Ghost 187, was that previously attributed to Mr. Rashad Murphy based on the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office's investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an opportunity to see these posts?
Yes, ma'am.
When Prosper and Junior's G-Day Today 187 Babies image was depicted, was there anything of significance in that post to you?
The reference to the 187 and then Prosper and Tay, or Prosper and Junior.
Is Tay Dion Taholsi the individual you've already identified from the chart?
Correct, a.k.a. Junior.
Were those two individuals killed on the same day
Yes, ma'am.
by the father of someone related to this case?
They were, I believe, died by the hands of Gino Norris.
Would that have been Gino Norris Sr. or Gino Norris Jr.?
I believe it was Senior.
And do you know what the result of that case or investigation was?
I don't. I believe it was justifiable homicide.
But not certain, can't be certain.
Not certain. No, ma'am, not certain.
How about the reference to 187 Babies?
187 Babies would go back to the 187 Boys, in which the younger version of Rashad, Noah, Reginald, when they were all coming up, that would have been around the same time Prosper and Tay were around.
What does R5L, 187 Boys, 5L, RIP Dem Members mean?
In my professional opinion, I believe he might have fat fingered it instead of he put 5L instead of putting 4L. So there, if he did mean to put 5L, I have no idea what 5L means. But if you read it as 187 Boys, 4L, which is for life, RIP to the members.
And is members any reference to any particular group?
Would be the 187 Boys.
Now, we talked a bit about Mr. Davion Murphy. Was there physical evidence that you indicated that you had an opportunity to review linked to Mr. Davion Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
Did that include a handwritten letter that, I believe, I'm not sure if you were present, but we've heard a stipulation from the court about a handwritten letter. Did you have one of those to review?
Yes, ma'am.
And State's Exhibit number 85, at this time, Your Honor, the state would seek to admit based on that stipulation.
Okay, any objection? Okay, all right, it'll be admitted.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit number 85. Mr. Davion Murphy
Is it
wrote
85 or 185? 85.
85.
Okay.
Wrote this letter. Sir, can you describe for me what, if any, significance or relevance there was to you, particularly in the message in the bottom right of the letter?
Yes, ma'am. So he mentions the gentleman known as Prosper, who lost his life, and then also a gentleman by the name of Bink. Bink is also known as Suge, which is also known as Avery McKnight.
And is Avery McKnight the legal name of Suge?
F. Suge, yes, ma'am.
And is Avery McKnight the legal name of Bink?
Correct.
And is that someone who was killed?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also have an opportunity to review tattoos that Mr. Murphy had on his person?
Which Murphy?
Davion Murphy had on his person on January 15th of 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
The state would seek to admit based on the stipulation 127P. Actually, 127A through Z, I apologize.
Okay, other than previously made objections, any objection, Ms. Toomey?
No.
Okay, admitted.
Publishing 127P. Can you talk to us a little bit about those tattoos dated January 15th of 2021?
Yes, ma'am. So on the chest of Mr. Davion Murphy, you have a photo of Avery McKnight, aka Suge, and then 12/3 of 15. That is when Mr. McKnight unfortunately lost his life to gang violence. You have Corbin J., which is Corbin Johnson. He was also murdered in Jacksonville. And then I believe that is it. I'm unsure who Doug M. or Curtis B. is.
And did the opposing op, 6 Block, rap about Suge or Avery McKnight?
Yes, ma'am.
Did they rap about Corbin Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also have an opportunity to observe Detective Meter photographing and observe the photographs that were depicted or taken that Detective Meter took on January 6th of 2025 after Mr. Murphy had been arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
Did that arrest come several months after the remaining defendants?
That's correct.
And were you abreast of the information or the images that were depicted?
Yes, ma'am.
The state seeks to publish State's Exhibit number 69A through M.
Okay,
Sir, can you see the images before you?
Yes, ma'am.
If we could start left to right, please, in 69A, can you see the tattoo depicted there?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the individual depicted based on the overalls from these photographs, Davion Murphy?
That is correct.
And what is the significance of the image on the left?
On the left, it says "Rest Up, Avery McKnight."
And do you see tattoos or document tattoos of fallen members of criminal gangs in your day-to-day activity?
Yes, ma'am.
When you see people who have died tattooed on 1,200 members, are you documenting that?
Yes, ma'am.
So is it required to document a tattoo under the statute or in your work only if it says, 1,200 member?
That would qualify as one of the, I would call it a predicate up underneath it, because of the 11 items under 874, that is one of them,
Is having tattoos?
is having tattoos.
Does the tattoo have a requirement as to what it has to say?
No, ma'am.
So you would document fallen members if tattooed on a person's body when you were looking at whether they meet the statutory criteria?
Correct.
In this instance, did the tattoos that you observed in these images meet the statutory criteria as it relates to Davion Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
In the right side of the image here, do you see anything of relevance?
Yes, ma'am.
In what in the right image, or 69C, are we looking at?
Long live Jacoby J. Wright. And then also there's a 323 below his ear as well.
Is that of some relevance to you?
Yes, ma'am. So that's a 323 it stands for CTC. That would have been something that would have happened while he was in prison.
Is 320C a reference to the alphabet?
Correct.
Right. And what group did you have in Jacksonville assigned to you before 1200?
CTC.
Now, in looking at the images depicted here in State 69, what, if any, significance was the image in the center of the neck?
It says 1200 block.
And was there some relevance to you, and did you document that in your records?
Correct.
1200 block, is that an area of Jacksonville out east?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you seen this tattoo before in documenting gang members?
Yes, ma'am.
How about the image on the right side of your screen?
The right side on his top of his hand, it says Suge.
Is Suge Avery McKnight, as you've already described to us?
Yes, ma'am.
Are these additional images that were taken from Mr. Davion Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
On the left shoulder and arm or bicep of Mr. Davion Murphy, was there another tattoo?
Yes, ma'am. There's a tattoo of which it says Joe Rod.
And was that of relevance to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there also a picture above the tattoo itself?
Yes, ma'am. That's a picture of Joe Rod, a.k.a. Spaz.
And is that Joe Rod Adams?
That's correct.
Is that the same individual you previously identified had been killed at the Rains High School shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that by Robert Howard, 6 Block member?
Yes, ma'am.
On the left side of the abdomen of Mr. Davion Murphy, did you document additional images?
Yes, ma'am.
What images did you document there?
The Forever Suge Knight Jr.
Could you point to us what you're reading or how you're seeing that and where?
Yes, ma'am. At the top it has Forever, and then at the bottom it has Suge Knight Jr. wrapped around.
And did you document anything on the photo on the right?
No, ma'am.
Now, during the course of Mr. Davion Murphy's interview, did you have an opportunity to review that footage?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an opportunity to see the footage of him in the interview room independent of anyone else?
Yes, ma'am.
Did at some point during the course of that time by himself in the room, Mr. Murphy, Davion Murphy, throw any kind of sign or hand sign that you are familiar with?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that hand sign with his middle fingers down?
Yes, correct.
And what did that hand sign represent?
Is the 1200 hand sign.
I'm showing you what's been previously admitted as State's Exhibit 118. Is that what we're looking at here?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you document as a part of, or make note as a part of Mr. Davion Murphy's gang documentation or record that he had made this hand sign on the state?
That's correct.
Moving along to the evidence that has been previously admitted, as it relates to Isaiah Chance, did you have an opportunity to review the social media information that came back as after Charles Jones's homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that on a return from an Instagram account?
That's correct.
In 87C8, did you make any note of anything?
Yes, ma'am. In the screen, Isaiah is holding up the 1200 hand sign.
Now, is Isaiah Chance at this time someone that you had documented as a 1200 gang member?
No, ma'am.
Does the statute documenting gang members require you statutorily to prove up the actual gang itself?
No, ma'am.
Did you make note of the fact that Isaiah Chance had utilized the 1200 gang sign?
Yes, ma'am.
In 126D, was that sign also represented on an extraction with Isaiah Chance utilizing that hand sign?
Yes, ma'am. He using it with his right hand, and he's also with a known 1200 member, Darius, a.k.a. Baby Coo, and then Little Bug in the middle, Daryl Bryant, which is a 1200 POI.
And did you make note of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Did something in March of 2024 occur called an Out East reunion?
Yes, ma'am.
And lastly, 87C22 and C7. Do you see the two images depicted here?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an opportunity to document what, if any, relevance these two images had?
More of the 1200 hand sign.
All of which documented or recorded as in the return from the Instagram from Gutazay or Isaiah Chance.
Yes, ma'am.
As it specifically relates to an individual by the name of Sean Gathright, did you have anybody by the name of Sean Gathright documented as a 1200 member?
No, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to see a still from a video taken or extracted from the device information from Sean Gathright, an iCloud account?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And did you have an opportunity to make note of an image that was depicted from that still in 94D6?
Yes, ma'am. He's showing the 1200 hand sign.
Now, the 1200 hand sign, as I have understood it, was to put down the middle finger. Have you, in your investigations, seen the use of the middle finger or the ring finger utilized?
Yeah, so you want to read it from left to right, and so that's why when you decide which hand to put it up with, you'll see and read it differently.
Is that completely consistent all across all 1200 gang members, or are different techniques utilized for different members?
Different techniques for different members.
So have you seen in the course of your investigation of 1200 members, 1200 gang members utilizing only their middle finger down in all of their posts?
Correct.
Have you had an opportunity to see 1200 gang members utilizing the middle finger down on one hand and the ring finger down on the other, so that it clearly depicts to you 12 and 12?
Correct.
So 1 and 2, 1 and 2.
Correct.
Did you have an opportunity to see a video which has been previously admitted in this case as 131, or stills from a video called Psychin' Out?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was that by?
J. Breezy or Jacory Rivers.
On June 24th of 2024, when this video was posted, was Mr. Jacory Rivers affiliated to 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
And in reviewing that video, was Mr. Jacory Rivers pictured with another 1200 member?
Yes, ma'am. Noah Williams, a.k.a. Spinabins.
And did Noah Williams utilize the option that you've just talked to us about, which is one middle finger down and one ring finger down instead of both middle fingers down to make it 1200?
That's correct.
Is this in 131E a still image of that in use?
Yes, ma'am.
But in seeing a 1200 member throw up the number 12 to you or the sign of 1200 to you, are you able to document that as the use of a hand sign or a gang sign?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also have an opportunity to see a video that had been posted by Spinabins and Wappa with the Choppa called Foolio Dead?
Yes, ma'am.
Did that come before or after the homicide of Charles Jones?
After.
Your Honor, at this time, the state seeks to admit State's Exhibit 133A through D.
Okay, any objection, Mr. Gonzalez?
No new objections, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Toomey, any new objections?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wise, any new objections? Sure. Mr. Petridis? Okay, admitted.
Sir, did you have an opportunity to review stills from Foolio Dead?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you document in that video anything of at least significance for you, not necessarily for the defendants in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing, or permission to publish, Your Honor?
Yep.
In 133A through D, are these the opening credits to that song, Foolio Dead?
Correct.
Were there any references in this song to the death of Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am. In the opening scene, they have the photo of a Holiday Inn Express in which Mr. Charles Jones was ultimately murdered at.
And the name of Foolio, is that readily identifiable to you as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Are Spinabins and Wappa with the Choppa individuals that were also depicted in the 3 music videos we've already seen here today?
Yes, ma'am.
And was this still image from 133B taken from that Foolio Dead video?
Yes, ma'am.
What, if any, significance is the gun pointed at a Don Julio bottle in your 1200 investigation?
So it's a diss to 6 Block, specifically Julio Foolio, with the name on the bottle being Don Julio, and then a firearm pointed at the bottle itself.
Did you see a significant uptick in the use of Don Julio bottles in the music videos after Charles Jones was murdered?
You've seen a big uptick in the sale or viewing of Don Julio after the death of Mr. Charles Jones.
What does it mean to put a tag or a bag on someone's head?
To put money up, similar to like a hit, to pay for murder for hire.
And what about putting a bottle of Don Julio on someone's head?
To do that, you're celebrating the death of that individual.
When you had an opportunity to review this video as well, did you also see another depiction of the disrespect towards the 6 symbol?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what we're seeing here in States 133D?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I have one moment?
Yes.
I am now publishing States Exhibit 123.
Out. Let me out, bro. Let me out, bro. Let me out.
Sit in that chair and don't move.
Sir, what is on the ceiling of that interview room?
Ceiling tiles, and then the roof, it's unable to get out from that way.
And have you also had an opportunity to have to play music in the course of your interviews based on the aged construction of that building and that room itself?
Yes, ma'am.
I will pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez?
The document camera? 'Cause I'll do it right
Bear with me a minute, detective.
Yes, sir.